Car Cost Canada provides the dealer cost, a list of rebates, plus discounted interest rates. The link is in the description below. Well, last week I was in Toronto getting a chance to drive the new Skyactiv Diesel CX-5 from Mazda, and they arranged when I arrived home for the car to be here so I could drive it at home. What I'm going to do with it is I'm going to do a mileage run. I live in the city of Vancouver, heading up to the ski resort Whistler, one of the most beautiful drives in North America, in this, the CX-5. So let's jump on board and go for a drive. So what I've decided to do with this mileage run is leave the city of Vancouver, a little bit of city traffic, driving over the Lionsgate Bridge and then up here onto what's called the Sea to Sky Highway. If you've never been to British Columbia, the drive from Vancouver up to Whistler, the world-renowned ski resort, and also in the summertime is famous for mountain biking, is one of the most picturesque and beautiful drives you'll get anywhere in North America. So what I've done is I've reset the mileage on the computer here, and my philosophy is to drive the speed limit, not really go anything above the speed limit unless it's the flow of traffic and I need to, pass somebody or what have you. So just to sit back, I got my satellite radio here, I'm listening to some stuff and just cruise along, enjoy the view, finish my coffee, and then we're going to stop halfway, which is called the town of Squamish. So right now, having left the city and driving a short time on the highway, I'm down to 8.2 liters per 100 kilometers. And the overall average for this combined city and highway is 8.6. So I'm already doing better than the average of the two. So we'll continue on. Of course, with all that coffee, you got to go for a bathroom break. We're exactly halfway. We're in the town of Squamish, which is known for mountain biking, hiking, mountain climbing, and kite surfing. And that's just the beginning of what's called the Sea to Sky corridor. So now we start heading into the mountains on the way to Whistler. Let's go. Okay, we just pulled into Whistler, and the fuel economy is actually, what's going on here? Hang on a sec. There we go. The fuel economy is actually better than the official number. So the official number is 7.9 liters per 100 kilometers, which is right around 29 miles per gallon in the US. And we're getting 7.4, even going through the mountains, which is about 32 miles per gallon. So this Mazda CX-5 D, Skyactiv D, is capable of meeting and even beating the fuel economy numbers. Remember, we're going into the mountains, so on the way back it's downhill. First, coffee stop, some lunch, and we'll head back. Well, heading back from Whistler now, and I just wanted to touch base on this car, and I encourage you to watch the video review I did of this last week. Overall, here are the few things that you need to know. This CX-5 D, or Skyactiv D, has a 2.2 liter four-cylinder turbo. It has 168 horsepower, but 290 pound-feet of torque. And torque is what you use every single day, especially in the city, traffic light to traffic light. On the highway, there's a nice reserve of torque with this engine for accelerating, modestly. When you really need to pass somebody, it kind of feels like it's a little out of breath, but that's kind of common with a lot of diesel products. Okay, now let's talk about the price, because this is a bit of an issue for me. This CX-5 diesel is almost $46,000. It's basically $46,000 in the Canadian marketplace, which is $5,000 more than the 2.5 liter turbo, which is a fantastic product. That is a great product. This is a good product, but it's much more expensive. $5,000 is a lot of money. And the thing is, if you drive a lot, I mean a lot, if you're doing a lot of highway driving, maybe you're in sales, something like that, that's when I could see a product like this making sense, because you're going to be able to recoup that fuel savings over time. But it's the full top load signature CX-5 you get with the diesel. It's the only one available, which is a packaging kind of limitation, if you ask me. I wish they made it available on the sort of less expensive trims as an option. When the German brands were selling a lot of diesels, whether it was Volkswagen, Audi, Mercedes, or BMW, they kind of tried to bring the price differential down to about $2,500, and in some cases about $1,500, and making that jump from the gas to the diesel was not that much to do when it came to the pocketbook. But this is $5,000. That's a substantial amount more, and it's a premium car at $46,000. So how many of these are going to sell? I'm not sure, but we'll continue down the road here and we'll see what kind of mileage we get. I'm not going to spoil it just now, but it's better than the advertised highway fuel consumption at 7.9 liters per 100 kilometers or 29 miles per gallon. I'm getting better than that, so that's good. Okay, we're just about to pull off the highway now and back into city traffic. And the number I'm recording is 6.9 liters per 100 kilometers, and that works out to 34 miles per gallon. So the official number is 7.9 on the highway. So I'm beating that by a full liter per 100 kilometers. So I'll do it for those in the United States. I'm supposed to be getting 29 miles per gallon. I'm getting 34 miles per gallon. Now we're going to do the last little stretch through the city, and we'll see where we end up. All right, I'm getting close to home now. I've done that round trip to Whistler and back, and the number I've recorded is 7 liters per 100 kilometers, which works out to 33.5 miles per gallon. You know, it wasn't the most exciting drive, but it does prove that this CX-5 Diesel can get better than the advertised fuel economy. So diesels do that well, and this is particularly attractive to somebody that drives a lot, and certainly that somebody does a lot of highway driving. So there it is. 7 liters per 100 kilometers, 33.5 miles per gallon, US gallons I should say, and a very nice, comfortable place to spend time. I enjoyed it. I wouldn't do it again at that speed, but there you go. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, before I go, my wife drives a diesel. We have a diesel as our family vehicle, so she has had a chance to drive this for a couple of days. And before we go, here are her thoughts on this CX-5 Diesel.
I really like this CX-5. Not too long ago, we reviewed the CX-5 Turbo, and I really think it's best in its class. So I was excited to get this diesel and give it a try. As a 2-time diesel owner, I found this particular vehicle smooth. There was plenty of power, tons of torque. I enjoyed taking it around the city. I did a little research on this, and in Canada, Mazda is actually offering 2-year free maintenance on this vehicle, which is pretty awesome. And also a $300 credit to an accessory of your choice. I think in Canada, many people would probably purchase the block heater. As a diesel owner, I get why people would want a diesel. There's a ton of diesel fans out there. And once you have one diesel, I think it's pretty hard to go back.
Car Cost Canada provides the dealer cost, a list of rebates, plus discounted interest rates. The link is in the description below.